This week on Cars and Things Rest Days, we get some new injectors for Mako, we get it running.
Welcome to Summer X 35! Welcome to Summer X 36!
Welcome back to Cars and Things Rest Days. Righto, we've got some new injectors for Mako, we're going to get it running. I put some clips up of my boys' VX. Mick and I got stuck into that, and then Noah come out and gave us a hand. I'll put some video of that up. So what we did is, the guys that sent me the original injectors, the 1000cc injectors, there they are there. I got them off the internet. They weren't hugely expensive. They were, I think they were $300 or something around like that. But as I said, I had one fail, 100% fail. A couple others went right. So they sent me out a set of four of them, which I said, you know what? And I was talking to brother about, and he said, stop stuffing around. Just go and buy some good ones. So I did. I went and bought some X-Squirt injectors. I believe they're good from what I read. They seemed alright online. So we got 8 of those. I ran them through the injector cleaner as well, and the numbers that come up were brilliant. They were nearly all spot on, within 2 mils of each other. So I was pretty happy with it, where the other ones were a little bit all over the place. Let's whack them in, or have whacked them in. Let's get it going and see what it sounds like. But before I do that, I do have to go in, I believe, and change my dead times on my injectors. So I'll do that, and I'll show you what I've done after that, and then we'll try. So what I've done is I've gone into our injector stage dead time. Gone into there, and I've got the quick squirt or Q squirt dead times here all printed out. I'm just going through and updating all the measurements in here, changing them to what they say on there. I had to change the axis to the same as these guys. And now I'm just going through and putting them all in it and making sure I've got them right. So when I go and load it into the car, it will be 100% correct. Then we'll fire it up, probably take it for a drive and see how it feels, and see what the QEV table does. I might even have to chat to Scotty and tell him what I've done. I think it should be right, because it's not a big change. We'll see how we go. Alrighty, she's back to life. She's running. I just fired it up. Got all the new, put the good injectors all back in it. I tested them all again, and I've got them all matched. So they all working well. It's fired up. It took a little bit to start, but once we got a bit of pressure up there, it started. No worries at all. I was just thinking might have a bit of trouble getting our ducting on a sit back so far. I might have to modify that now, but who cares? I'm not caring. It's running. It's what I wanted. That makes me happy that it actually runs again. Give it a little rev. It doesn't want to rev. Oh, what's going on with this fucking thing? Well, I was positive it was injectors. Anyway, looks like it still won't rev for some reason, unless I've got to reset the ECU. Might have to try that. Alright. 6 wasn't on properly, it was causing it to misfire. So now she's good. Now I'm happy. And this temperature, it got up, the fans come on. The fan come on and then went off again. That's at idle. So the radiator might be good, I'm hoping. It's not real hot in here though. Let's put it in. So I'm a bit happy with that radiator. I'm pretty sure we've got it nutted out. Oh, careful, don't get her in the intake. Bit of water in the intake, bit of water injection. Good to go. So that fan, not on yet. It came on, then it turned off. It comes on at 92, I think. Someone's trying to ring me. Alright, I better get a phone call for about a minute, maybe minute and a half, talking to Dave. And it's only just reached 92 degrees there now, and the fan should be on. Yeah, I think it's going. The fan's going. And just mind you, I've got no radiator cap on it at the minute, so that'll help it too. Well, that helps the boiling point. And I did notice that I had the wrong radiator cap on it for an LS. It's supposed to be 21 psi radiator cap, and we had a 15, I think it was. So I've got new ones coming. But look, she's running. It's sounding pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy with that. I just got to get the intake on it, and it will do. Alrighty, there we go. Got the intake back on. I did have to cut 10mm off of it, push it back. It is very close. I had 5mm gap before in there. Now it's nearly hitting. I actually gave it a tap with the hammer, with the rubber mallet, just there to flatten it so it fits in better. It's very close. Yes, is it going to put a bit of heat into the intake tube? Yeah, probably. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to do these things. The only other thing I can do is I have to get a metal pie cut, or make a metal pie cut up to get a tighter radius, but it's alright. It's doing what it needs to do. And it's running, so I need to get it back together and take it for a road test. Alrighty. Got all that egg on it. Let's take it for a drive, see how this radiator handles it. Hopefully it will. Let's make sure the hose clamps are done up. Pretty right. We'll make sure it's pretty warm out there at the moment. I'll just check what the temperature is and see and let you know. Rightio, as you can see, it's 36 going on 37 degrees out there at the moment. We're sitting on 90 degrees water temp. Let's go for a cruise. I'm not going to film the whole cruise. Just want to make sure it's running nice, and it's not overheating. We've got a cars and coffee on Sunday, so hopefully they'll be good for the trip. It's only into Mildura, but it's on, what do we got, 78% ethanol in it. Air temp's 37. We'll go for a bit of a drive and see what the temperature comes up to. Driven up to the panel shop and I pulled up, just got out and checked everything, make sure there was no leaks or anything like that. It was at 91 degrees when I pulled up, and just sitting there idling, it's gone up to 98 degrees. Fans going. We'll just cruise here. I'm happy if it stays around 100. It's a pretty hot day, a very hot day. Just don't want to get up over 110. I know that it's going to cool down soon as I go down the road here, get a bit of air through the radiator, so I'm just going to idle like we were at Summernats to see if it keeps going up. kilometres too, so there's no wind blowing into it. If it stays there, if I can get up to this intersection up here and it stays at 101 degrees, I'm happy. That's good enough for me. 102. She needs to shut me mouth. But as long as it doesn't get up to 110 degrees, that's all I'm worried about. That's a fair hike. I've travelled probably, been nearly going on a fucking kilometre, I reckon. Now I've got a car coming up me clacking here. So it's got up to 103. Alright, I better go, there's a car. Alrighty, so now I've done about 5k's and I've stuck my hand out the window, and guys, that is hot air. That's not cool air out there blowing through the radiator. What do we got going on here? That is hot air, like that's like a lukewarm shower or even a warm shower. It's that warm out there. And it's dropping down 101, but what do we got going on up here? But anyway, I better get off all these guys. Alrighty, so it's dropping down, but I also have noticed something else. Fucking brand new alternator, not even fucking charging. Look at that. That was at 2.9 volts when we started, and it's dropped down to 2.5 volts. Brand new fucking alternator. God, these fucking LS alternators give me the shits. I might even see if I can round up an original one. I think I've got one on one of our other motors. I might fucking stick an original motor on it instead of buying these fucking crap ones. Hope I get home. There we go, guys. So I got it. 104 is the hottest it's got on that whole drive. As I said, the actual air blowing through the radiator is quite warm. It's really hot out there. It's not a cool breeze, I can give you the tip. It's quite hot in here, especially with no aircon. I think I might have to use it. So it's climbing up, so is the actual air temp climbing up as well in the combustion chamber. Bit concerned about that bloody alternator though. That's a pain in the butt. Let's just leave it here for a minute and see what it does, see if it climbs up or comes down with the fan running. Yeah, so looks like I'm going to have to stick another alternator on it. That's a brand new alternator. Unreal. Put it on before when we put the motor in it. It's done, this motor's only done bloody 100 odd Ks. Ah, Jesus Christ. Alrighty, Mickey and Trevor turned up and they said, let's just get stuck into it. And no, the 21-year-old's not here, Trav. He's probably home in bed. But yeah, we were just looking at it and we said, oh, let's just have a bit of a go. And now we can't stop, can we, Mick? We'll have this panel off by the end of the day. Oh well, off. Bit of fucking around, eh, Mickey?
A fair bit.
We got it though, in the end. That's the bit we need to keep. And we haven't destroyed it. Should be right, we can plug weld all that back on. Now we've got to get this bit out. Out of here.
So we said there.
Yeah. You see how we got my boy up here. He's just learning to weld. He started, what, half an hour ago. Just getting him to do some beads, and it's his first time he's ever done it. Must have got his talent from his dad, or maybe from his mum. I don't know. Let's have a look. That's not a bad bead, mate. You're getting there. A few shoggy ones when he started, but what, have you been doing it half an hour?
Yeah, making progress.
That's good. You're doing really well. I'm very proud of you. Alrighty, now I don't need to weld the bloody panels in. He can do it. The boy and I have been knocking away at this today. We've tacked this on, and we've just been manipulating the boot and getting the boot gap right, and we near got it spot on. Within half a mil, I reckon. So still got to go around and plug weld all the
the plug welds in. This here's got that massive dent in it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind all the paint off it and get the stud gun and go and pull all that out straight after I've welded it all in. It's looking pretty good. Getting there. I'm just wrapped that it's all line, everything's lining up. So that's up a little bit, the boot there, but that might be just in the hinge. I might be able to get that out in the hinge, maybe. I reckon. I'm hoping. I am hoping. We'll see how we go. But other than that, good job, bud. Doing really well.
Nice.
Excellent. What is the time? Nearly 3 o'clock. Nearly talk off time, mate. So we have done magnificent today. We have really got the worst part of this done. So I just got to go through. I'm going to get Noe to go through and plug weld all these plug welds. I'm going to get him to do a few in a minute because he needs to learn how to do it. And we better get a sticker kit for this, Noah. We need to get a new Clubsport sticker kit for it before we paint it. All coming together. Pretty happy. Worst bit is nearly done. Look at this bloke. His first day ever welding. He's plug welding all those up for me. Doing a really good job. Oh, I might just have to sit back and have a beer on it. I don't need to do this shit anymore. I just have him do it all the time. He's just taking to this like a duck to water. Good job, boy. Keep it up. Alrighty. So I've got all the plug holes all welded up all the way around. Just started grinding them back. Ran out of flapper disc, so I have to go and get another one. But it's all welded in. Started putting the seam sealer in around there, and I've got some stone guard there that I'm going to spray over it to seal it all up. Stop any water leaking in. Well, if he drives it in the rain, but it is what it is. But it's all coming along pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with it. I've got to put seam sealer all along there, grind them welds back, seam seal there, all along here. I've got to pull that dent out. And then I've got to grind all these back dead flat. I may even have to keep filling them up with a little bit of weld. Just make them nice and neat. But getting there. So the boy's chariot's coming along. Plan would be next time he gets out here, I just want to get it all welded off and I want to grind it back. And when he gets out here next, we're going to start pulling all the skirts off it. I'm going to get him to measure all the badges, do a diagram, measure all up where the badges go on it. So he can pull all these off. I'm going to get a badge kit and a brand new badge kit for it. So I'll get him to measure them all up, pull them all off. We'll get the door handles out of it. We'll get the skirts off it. And we can start rubbing it all back. I've got to fix this bumper, so we'll get this bumper off. Thinking I might just cut that out, and I've got another bumper somewhere. I think there's an old bumper around somewhere that I can cut pieces out of, because it'll be the same sort of plastic. And we'll plastic weld in and we'll make that, because I want to keep the original bumper, if I can. I should bring that other back bumper up and put that on it, and the head tail light in it, make sure that all fits. But we're getting there. It's looking good. There we go. We got the bumper. Fits on pretty nice. Just sitting on there. I haven't got it bolted up or screwed in at the minute. That probably could come up just a touch. But this side should be spot on. This side still got a little bit of a concave just there. So what I may do is when I screw it on, I may heat that. I might put some rag or something behind it to push it out, and then heat it up and let it cool down into the place it needs to sit. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's fitting pretty nice. Next thing is I need to put the fuel tank back in it, and we know that it should be right. But look in the goods, absolutely wrapped. The major part is done. Now we've got to get her all stripped back and get it painted. Anyway, that'll do. Well, there you go. Mako is ready for Cars and Coffee on Sunday. I might do a little video on that. We'll see how we go. And you saw a little bit of work that we did on the Clubsport. We're getting that happening too. Alrighty. Well, thank you for coming along and watching. If you haven't subscribed, please jump on and subscribe, hit the bell, share with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.